car, and we are far from being on the road.
Are we just adding a little bit of gas? I think Noah's just gonna say, fucking full send. Let's do this. Crank this bitch. No way.
I just hope I don't get like no copyright for it.
Oh, the noise is terrible. Oh,
see, that's what I gotta do. I gotta stream
severely
so I
fucked
can
up
get
with
them
that.
on watch out.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. Maybe it's just low tire pressure.
what's wrong?
In drive, it wasn't moving. Try reverse.
Where your tablet at?
Nothing? Okay, so it's probably out of transmission fluid.
That way it's screen my message.
I don't know, dude. The good news is that now I have this unlocked.
Maybe you might have bought a V10 M6 with blown transmission.
This sucks. It didn't say any of that. It said primary damage was scratches. It didn't say any damage.
I've been trying to think of ideas how to
my review of Copart is that it absolutely sucks. It said that it drove forward. On the listing that I bought, it said that they started up the car and that it drove forward. But there's also a bunch of things saying, hey, they could be lying straight to your face and it's your problem. It's as is. So I guess that's just the way it goes. You gotta get a code reader. I mean, the transmission didn't work. That could be a lot of bad things.
That's a lot of money.
And this transmission's not cheap.
Maybe this thing wasn't as good as we thought.
Okay, the car doesn't move forward or reverse. We will figure it out. It's something. Hopefully it's not a blown transmission. The engine's running really rough too, so I don't want to deal with that anymore today. But I do want to clean it because it's filthy. So let's clean it and see how nice the paint is underneath. Look at that. Look how much.
Ew. Dude, there's any cobwebs on it. Dude, I found rat poop in the engine bay.
Yeah, really? Okay, so I just hosed the car down, got some soap on it just to clean it. The paint is actually in pretty good shape. And if you come back here, you can see it used to be either wrapped or plasti dipped. So probably wrapped, but there's like this coating on it that I could peel off all around the rear of the tail light. See it right here too. So that's why the paint is in such great shape. Right here on this back bumper, turns the fading crack, but that's easy. Overall, car, was it an amazing deal? Probably not. We're probably gonna be screwed in the process of trying to restore it and get it back out on the road. So far, it's running like I doesn't drive forward or reverse. Exactly what I need right now. Another broken car. And I can tell you, this is not going to be easy to fix. But I'm going to give up and do nothing about it. No, we'll get it on there. Oh my god, dude. What is all that stuff? I don't know, dude.
Oh, let me check it out. That's rat poop, dude. That's rat poop.
As for this, I bought the coolest review ever made. But it happens to be the worst BMW ever made because the most unreliable BMW, and it's only worth it because of that beautiful V10 power plant. And we are going to. That's a lot of plant. All right. The problem is we got to make it run. In the last episode, we got the car running. Wasn't running well, but it was running. We're going to make sure that that engine is running perfectly fine and try to figure out everything that's wrong with it. So first things first, let's get the code scanner. Let's figure out what's wrong, and we'll go from there. So let's pull this piece off. Anyways, if you look, you can see we got the ABS light is on. Got the thing plugged in. Got the car is in the on position, obviously running. We got the low tire pressure. We got the ABS light. So the weird thing is we don't have a cog. That is a yellow cog, which means transmission failure, and a red cog, which means transmission failure. We don't have either of that. So I have no idea why the transmission is engaged. There's no codes saying anything about that. We do have other codes though. We do have to check in the lights. So we got cylinder 8 misfire, cylinder 3 misfire, random multi-cylinder misfires, cylinder 2 misfire, cylinder 6, cylinder 5, cylinder 8, back. So, yep. We have new spark plugs and coils that we installed. Can't really get rid of that problem. If not, it's something else that's, I'm sure, expensive. So you can look at the AT is for the automatic transmission. You got nothing. No codes. Yeah, no codes. And we're not getting the transmission thing, so it's probably screwed. I have no
That's what I do, y'all. I sit around daytime and I just watch car videos and stuff.
Get the car running right. Because I hate running it with all the misfires. Just asking for something.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously, first thing we got to do is disconnect the battery. We don't want to screw things up. This car's already known for having a lot of electrical issues. Okay, another problem with the car is that the struts don't work. So try to lift up the hood, and it just keeps coming back down. So I got this big metal rod.
Oh. All right.
Luckily, thank God, they didn't put the spark plugs underneath. They're right here up on the top. We do have 10 of them to replace, but it shouldn't be that hard to get to. Because if it was down here, I don't know how we would have been able to reach them. Okay, first thing we got to do is start disconnecting some of this stuff. So like these very important sensors, disconnect them, and then now you can tell this is one off these little parts of the air blocks, and then I got to get this top layer off as well. I'm noticing a lot of wrap all right here. That's not good. Okay, there we go. Look at that. That is the first air box. Wow, it looks really clean inside. Look at that. Actually, it's pretty good. And you have the filter. It doesn't look that old either. Oh, it's old already, but not too bad. So we will put these aside. I know this car looks really, really beat, and it is, but it's been serviced by BMW its entire life. It's had its good servicing throughout its high mileage. So, you know, that's one positive.
Them boys out there, they love M3, BMW.
Okay, so we gotta move this little overflow box because we can't get to the rear plugs. So there's one bolt, and we disconnect these lines. Not too bad. So we can kind of set these out the side. Okay. So like BMWs are known these little like plastic lines, like when they breathe on them, they burst open. It happened to me in my Beamer. So I like to be extra careful. So it's already missing one of the bolts. The bolt's supposed to go right here. So that's a really good sign. Beamer's already missing bolts. Holy cow, guys. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see how much rat shit there is right here, but that's definitely not a good sign when you're already dealing with one of the most notoriously unreliable BMWs with tons of electrical problems, and you have that much.
Yeah, you don't want to buy no car with no electrical problems, that's for sure.
Just like unloaded on top of the engine.
Especially a BMW. It's going to cost you a whole lot of money.
So here's the first one. As you can tell, we used. Okay, we got most of the coil on both sides. We just have that.
Then they yanked the coils out.
So we have
Rat's been in there chewing on it.
So I pulled out the cabin air filter. As you can see, I'm just throwing all this crap on the ground.
I just love these guys' cars videos, man.
The appearance and the condition of the car, it seems like the car has been abandoned. It seems like it's sat in the field for like 20 years, even though, according to the Carfax and everything, it was running just a few months ago. So I don't know.
You gotta remember to get a Carfax on these cars before you buy them. You see what they do? They talking about Carfax.
This far back one, all the way to that Soda 10, that gives so much problems. And if you don't know, if you're not familiar, that's the one we pulled out. It's been supposed to. So yeah, this thing's trash. Okay, guys, so we have 9 of the 10 coil packs out. Look at this last one. It is giving me absolute hell. I mean, it looks like I've been chewing it off with my freaking teeth. There's really not a whole lot to grab onto anymore. So I have to become very creative, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get it out. It's in a really tight area, so it's an absolute ditch. All right, here we go. First plug down, we got it out. It looks kind of crusty, not the worst. But I got this sweet borescope. Stick the camera down inside the cylinder and check her out. That's the top of your piston. Is that cracked? It looks like there's 2 little dashes right here. We'll have to see. Either that's a imprint in the cylinder, or you have a.
Boy, these boys got all kind of tools where they can go down in the cylinder block and see what's going on in the cylinder and everything, man.
I would just shut it down the hole first. Inserting that thing. I'm trying to thread it in and not cross thread it. You know, it's a little tricky when you have the spark plug fitting so deep down there. Super fine thread. I think it's in there. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh my gosh. When I say this took me 30 minutes, look at that thing, dude. I don't know why it's so sealed in there. Like, finally you have the spark plugs now. Okay, we got most of the spark plugs out. The rear one's a little tricky, and that's why I got this bendy boy right here. As you can tell, I have like 360-degree movement in this thing. So these are the kind of contraptions you need if you want to work on a BMW. And we're just doing maintenance right now. We're not doing anything crazy. We're just changing spark plugs. So that's how you do it.
Okay, so spark plugs all in and tight. Now it's time to put these new blow backs in. So pretty straightforward. You kind of jam it in there. It's got these really nice green grippers. BMW is so kind to give us some little guide. You can't mess it up. It's pretty simple. We go in, press, snap. Okay. And the way this thing works is kind of cool. You kind of half press it in, and then push the switch down, locks it in place. And there you go. You're done. Just like that.
Them boys know what they do.
I've disassembled a lot of plastic, and since so much of it is just so filthy, we'll clean them real quick. While we have a lot disassembled, now we're gonna do a little bit more fixing. Now this might not solve our problem with the transmission, but it might, and if it doesn't, it's a good thing anyways because it's a preventative maintenance. So I've got this relay right here, about $15, and it's incredibly important for the transmission to work. Sometimes around 100,000 miles, these relays just go out, and then the car will be stranded. So this doesn't fix our problem now. At least it'll be preventative maintenance. So all you gotta do is take this little piece off, and it goes somewhere in there. And I bought another $15 preventative maintenance, so a total $30 preventative maintenance. 2 relays that are they usually go out around 100,000 miles on this car. So I'm gonna replace both of them. Maybe they'll fix the transmission problem. I don't think so, but who knows? We're gonna do it anyways. So let's find out where these things go.
That's the BMWs for you.
Green one.
Relays.
I gotta replace with this new green one. And if you look at the old one looks almost identical. But who knows? A lot of heat, exposure. It's okay, so both the sensors have been replaced. This was the old one, as you can tell.
Yeah, that relay's probably bad.
I don't know if it's damaged. It looks like it's in pretty good shape, but not good that the cap came off. Hopefully we fix something. If not, at least we know it's one less thing that could break on this car. That's one of 100 items that could break. It's now solved. We bought ourselves another 100,000 miles without the relay problem.
Well, my phone is gone.
Fixing the rod bearings? No. Fixing the van outs? No. Fixing the relays? Yes. Okay, spark plugs are done, relays are done, things are cleaned. So now let's start putting everything back together exactly how it was before. Since we're in the middle of it, I bought a new set of
STP. Well, that's an old product. That's been in the game a long time.
So extra.
I remember STP. As a little boy growing up, trying to work on cars.
So all that's left is
And I was
start the
learning.
car. No, just reconnect the battery. So fire it up.
Oh,
Well, it sounds a little bit better. It does. It doesn't sound as bad. But there are definitely some noises.
my homeboy and brother, he had one of them right there, BMW. RIP and funny
It
though.
moves. It does move a little bit, but it's like having trouble. What is that? What's going on? You really have to move like 3 feet. And the motor sounds a lot better. Does it sound great? It sounds better. It must be down. So, I don't know.
Them things
Welcome
flat.
back to the cheap V10 BMW supercar build. And if you're watching this video, that means we've accomplished something significant. About 6 months ago, I bought one of my dream cars, the high-revving V10 supercar that BMW made back in 2007, the M6. But I bought the worst edition one available for sale and the cheapest one in the world at the time. I bought it from Copart, and on the listing it said that it had been in an accident with no mechanical damage and that it runs and drives forward and reverse. Now, the Copart buying experience was a complete disaster, but I won't bore you with those details. It arrived on a U-Haul trailer completely dead, brakes
Hey,
knocked out,
how you
replaced the
doing?
battery, and it was completely out of
I
gas.
couldn't pronounce your name. JRANIAN.
No way.
Okay. Well, hello.
Also, wouldn't drive forward or reverse.
Hello, everybody.
Just another junker added to the collection of broken POSs I owned at the time. So we scanned it and it showed a ton of
Just sitting there at the crib, man, just watching my car show, man, because I'm a car person. I ain't got no content right now, so
then we took it to our shop, got it up on a lift,
just chilling. Stream, getting them out and watch hours in so I can monetize this right here.
But I wanted to figure out the transmission first, so I had multiple BMW experts come check out this car, and that was very hard because most BMW mechanics refuse to even touch or get near an E60 or E63, M5 or M6. The ones that did come out used their special scanners to figure out what's wrong with the transmission, and they all said the same thing. There's no transmission codes, and that I need to get rid of this car ASAP.
He said you gotta get rid of that BMW. Y'all hear that? He said you gotta get rid of that BMW. I'm dead.
And I even had a few people look at it and they were like, hell no, this is too much for me. But then my friend Sam convinced me to try again, and he believes it's just a clutch issue. Now my faith is restored in this project, and I said, let's do it. Basically, me and Lydia pulled the transmission out of the car to do a deeper inspection, so we know there's something clutch related that's wrong. Obviously, there's a million things wrong with the car right now, but the main thing preventing us from driving it is somewhere to do with the clutch. Now, this is the SMG3 transmission, very similar with the put in the Aventador and a lot of other hot exotic cars. It is basically an F1 transmission. What it is a manual transmission with a million complicated wires and seals and fluids that electronically, automatically control it. But by doing this, it's able to, I guess, make the car faster. It also makes it much more complicated.
I'm about my fitty by all.
This is insane, guys. This is a car that I've wanted for so many years now, but I've never bought because one, it's kind of too expensive, and two, it's expensive to maintain. But now we're in a position where it makes sense to do this. You know, we took a massive risk on this